Hi again, this is Bob Weir with another interview of People in the News in North Texas. My guest today is James Trombley, running for the Republican nomination for Texas State Rep in District 64 in the March 3rd, 2020 primary. Thank you for being here, James.
Thank you for having me.
Please begin by telling our viewers something about your background.
Sure. I was born and raised in a small town in northern Michigan. I graduated out of high school early. After 9/11, I decided to join the military. So I got my ducks in a row and tested out, and I graduated in January of 2002 and then joined the Marine Corps. I ended up with the 1st Reconnaissance Battalion out there in Camp Pendleton, California. I did 3 combat tours with them. The first one was the invasion of Iraq. I got out of the Marine Corps and I joined the security contracting world. Worked for various government agencies like the Department of State doing high threat mobile security, a lot for diplomats. I did that for 10 years and then I got out and retrained myself and became a financial advisor, doing wealth management for Edward Jones, working with individuals and businesses. I also work with a lot with local organizations like the VFW, American Legion, some various nonprofit organizations, and I try to explain to people. They always ask me, why do you stay so busy? Why do you continue to do this? And I tell them, like, just because I separated from the service doesn't mean my drive and passion to serve others separated from me.
Exactly, yeah. All right, just to get into some general information, how many towns and cities does District 64 represent?
It covers actually a pretty big area. It's up around Sanger, Crum, Shady Shores, Corinth, Lake Dallas, all of Denton itself. We got the big 2 colleges, UNT and TW there, so it's a pretty diverse, big area.
All right, for those who may not know, what are the duties of a Texas State representative?
Well, there's the duties and then there's the duties that it should be, right? I mean, so the way I see a state representative is you are the voice, eyes and ears for your district, for Austin. You're supposed to be the individual that goes to Austin and make sure you bring back good legislation that benefits your district as well as Texas as a whole, right? So working as a team. Far too often, I talk to a lot of individuals about this. It's far too often you see these state reps, they talk about being a voice for their district, and they come back from Austin and now they're a voice for Austin. They've been to their ways. So.
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of influence over there.
It can be.
Some property owners are looking to their lawmakers to ease the annual tax bill. Now, I know that you're looking into ending the property tax and replacing it with a state tax. Tell us about that.
We did. We just started an exploratory committee and just kind of asked individuals about that not too long ago. Originally, and we're still looking at not just capping property taxes, we're at a point where we need to cut property taxes, as well as address the issues that are making the property taxes go so high, like appraisal districts. I think it's completely unfair how people's values of their homes can go up so high and then they go fight it the next day and they get lowered. Well, if they have the ability to lower them, then they shouldn't raise them as high as they should in the first place. And a lot of individuals, they don't even take the time or even know they can fight their property taxes, so they end up paying too much in the first place. That's something we need to address and fix.
Yeah. All right, what is your position on the Second Amendment and red flag laws?
Shall not be infringed. That's pretty simple.
Okay, all right.
No, the red flag laws is just another way of slicing our liberties away piece by piece. And it's not something in a slope that we want to go down or a door we want to open.
Right. Do you support building the wall and using military funds to do so if necessary?
If necessary, absolutely. America's our home, and we have to protect the people in there like our family. It's no different than your personal home. We talk about individuals saying, well, we should just put surveillance cameras up there. Well, nobody takes their front door off their house and puts a camera up, right? Mm-hmm. You have a barrier and you have technology and innovation there. We have subject matter experts on the border. We need to give them the resources and listen to them and help them and support them.
Okay, what is your view on abortion in any trimester?
No, life begins at conception. I'm very pro-life. I believe everyone is a miracle and they should all have a chance.
And I think Texas just passed a law having to do with no abortion in the 3rd trimester, I believe it is. So that sounds sensible to me. Let me ask you, this is a question that is very prominent in the state of Texas right now. Recently, Republican Speaker Dennis Bonnen was caught on tape providing a list of Republicans to be targeted for defeat next year. Allegedly, he gave the list to Caucus Chair Burrows, who has since resigned his position. Should Biden resign too?
He should be absolutely fired, resign, and get in that position. That is not leadership skills that we need there. It is detrimental to our party. It goes against every moral fiber that you should be in a leadership. I mean, there's, for the characters and traits that you're supposed to display in that position, every one of them has been violated. He does not belong in that position.
It certainly seems like backroom dealings, and as recently as today, I think it was Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said that what Michael Quinn Sullivan did with that tape is helping to destroy the Republican Party in the state of Texas. I don't understand how that could be destroying. What he was doing was exposing some unethical conduct at the very least.
Correct.
So, what is your opinion on that?
I mean, that's almost kind of going to the whistleblower effect, right? I mean, someone
Sure.
coming out and exposing this corruption, this backroom deal, these handshakes that should be happening in our politics, and someone's going to do the whistleblower or show it to bring it to light, and they get in trouble for it? No, absolutely not. If you didn't commit the actions in the first place, this wouldn't be an issue now.
Exactly, right, that's true, yeah. So, how do you feel about the release of the tape? Do you think it should be released to the public?
I believe the proper authorities should figure that out first. I don't know what's on the tape. I haven't heard it. I don't know what other information's on there. I don't want to just say yes because I don't know. Maybe there's something that's tied to it. But I do know that the right people should make that decision. Of course, my personal opinion is absolutely I want to hear it, right? I mean, everybody wants to hear it and it should be. But coming from the government and working that aspects of it, I do understand some security side of it. And again, I don't know what's all on that tape.
All right, other than the issues that we've already talked about, what do you think are other issues that are important to Texas right now?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest issue is going to be, wage, fraud, and abuse. I mean, we're seeing that through our government. I believe there's a lot of areas where we can tighten up, cut the taxes, attack the appraisal districts as well. I find it crazy that some of the programs that we have, we're still paying for in-state tuition for illegal immigrants. Another one that's kind of bothered me not too long ago is we gave $200 million to the DMV to fix the issues, right? Mm. After they gave them the money, they sent there's a handful of state reps and state senators that sent a letter and asking the DMV for a business plan, basically, on how they're going to fix the issues. To me, that's absurd. You're going to give them the money first without even having solutions up front. I mean, that's exactly the wasteful spending and the not have the ability to think outside the box to fix these problems.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, how about the campaigning you're going to be doing? It'll be a mixture of literature, door-to-door debates. Do you think you'll be debating?
I'm always up for a debate. Absolutely. That's up to my opponent if he sees fit and wants to do that. I would never back down from one. I mean, I have no issues with that. I speak in facts, so I'm fine with that.
And as you mentioned before, sometimes people, when they get elected, they go down to, in this case, into Austin, and they seem to change with some of their views. What is that caused by? Do you know? It's just surrounded by different views, but they ran on a certain platform, so you would think they'd stick to that.
You would think so, but I think it comes down to self-preservation and that they want the title more than they want the position of actually helping people. Anybody that knows me for more than 10 minutes knows I'm not a person to bend, fold, to break, to pressure. There's no way that the political swamp of Austin is going to change my core values and my beliefs.
All right, James, I want to mention that you do have a campaign website. It's www.trombleyfortexas.com.
Yes, sir.
And as we are getting grabbed by the clock, I want to ask you, is there anything else you'd like to add before we close?
No, I look forward to meeting more people in the district. I look forward to gaining some more support, and I will be here for the people. And I know it's a campaign slogan everybody uses, but I will be your voice, and I'll make sure I hold that up to it.
Well, I want to thank you for being here, James, and thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you.
And good luck in the campaign.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.